Hey everyone! If you're watching this, chances are you already have permanent residency or you're planning to get one. And that's great, but here is the thing: just because you have a permanent resident PR card or status doesn't mean you're automatically set for life. There are some important rules you need to follow to keep your residency status and renew it when the time comes. So in today's video, I'll walk you through the common mistakes people make that could put their PR status at risk. How to renew your PR card without stress. Tips to maintain your status so you don't accidentally lose it. Stay with me till the end because it'll also answer some frequently asked questions and give you a pro tip that can make your renewal process super easy. Alright, let's dive right in. Section 1. Understanding permanent residency. First, let's clarify something. Permanent residency is different from citizenship. Being a permanent resident means you have the legal right to live, work, and study in the country. But you still have to meet certain conditions to keep that status. One of the biggest conditions is the residency obligation. Most countries require permanent residents to stay in the country for a certain number of days or years to maintain their status. For example, in Canada, you must be physically present for at least 730 days, 2 years in a 5-year period. In the United States, green card holders, you must avoid staying outside the country for more than 6 months at a time unless you have special permission. Other countries, like Australia or the UK, have their own rules, so always check your specific requirements. Why is this important? Because if you fail to meet the residency obligation, your PR status can be revoked even if your PR card hasn't expired yet. Section 2. How to renew your PR card. Alright, now let's dive deep into renewing your PR card. This process might seem complicated, but if you follow the right steps, it can be much smoother. Step 1. Check if you're eligible for renewal. Before you start the renewal process, you need to check residency obligation. Have you met the number of days required in the country? If not, your application may be rejected. No legal issues. Do you have any criminal record or legal issues that could affect your PR status? If so, it could lead to delays or even rejection. PR status. Make sure your PR status is still valid. Even if your PR card is expired, it does not mean your residency is gone. Your status stays unless officially revoked. If you meet these conditions, you can proceed with the renewal process. Step 2. Gather your documents. This is one of the most critical steps because missing or incorrect documents can lead to delays or even rejection. Here is what you typically need. Valid passport or travel document. Make sure your passport is up to date. If it's expired, renew it first. Current PR card. Even if your card is expired, submit it. If you lost it, you might need to apply for a replacement first. Proof of residency. This could include tax returns from the last 5 years, employment records, job contracts, pay stubs, lease agreements or mortgage documents, utility bills, electricity, water, phone as proof of residence, bank statements showing local transactions, health records, school enrollment, or anything proving you've lived there. Recent passport size photos. Most countries have strict guidelines for PR card photos. Make sure yours meets the requirements, or it could be rejected. Step 3. Fill out the application form carefully. Every country has a specific PR renewal form. Fill it out accurately and honestly. Common mistakes people make: wrong address or outdated contact info. Always update your address before applying. Missing signatures. Double check that you've signed all required sections. Incorrect residency dates. Be precise about your travel history. Step 4. Pay the renewal fee. PR card renewal fees vary by country. In some places, it's as low as $50, $100, while in others, it can be a few $100s. Always pay through the official government portal. Avoid scam websites that charge extra fees. Step 5. Submit your application and wait for processing. Online submission is usually faster than mailing a paper application. Processing times can range from a few weeks to several months, depending on demand and backlog. If you need to travel soon and your PR card is expired, some countries offer urgent processing, but you'll need to prove your emergency. Step 6. Attend an interview if required. In some cases, immigration may request an interview. This usually happens if there's missing information or if they need further proof of your residency. Be prepared to answer questions about your work, family, and time spent outside the country. Final step. Receive your new PR card. Once approved, your new PR card will be mailed to you. Make sure your address is correct to avoid delivery issues. Section 3. How to maintain your permanent residency. Now, let's talk about how to make sure you never lose your PR status. 1. Track your residency days accurately. One of the biggest reasons people lose their PR status is failing to meet the minimum residency requirement. Tips to track your residency days. Use a calendar or app. Mark every day you are inside the country. Keep all travel records, boarding passes, visa stamps, and travel itineraries. If traveling for work, keep company letters stating why you were abroad. 2. Always file your taxes. In many countries, filing taxes is proof of residency. Even if you don't owe money, file your tax return to maintain your status. If you fail to file for multiple years, immigration might assume you no longer live there. 3. Be careful with long absences. Some countries allow extended absences if you have valid reasons like work assignments abroad, studying in another country, taking care of a sick relative. But always check the rules and apply for a re-entry permit if needed. 4. Renew your PR card before it expires. Your PR status doesn't expire, but your card does. If it expires while you're abroad, you may have trouble returning. 5. Stay out of legal trouble. Certain crimes can lead to deportation and loss of PR status. Even minor offenses like fraud or DUIs can cause issues during renewal. 4. What happens if you lose your PR status? Losing your PR status can be stressful, but let's break it down. 1. How can you lose your PR status? You can lose your permanent residency if you fail to meet the residency requirement. You commit serious crimes. You voluntarily give up your status to apply for another citizenship. You don't file taxes in some countries. 2. What happens if your PR is revoked? You may receive a notice stating your PR status is in danger. You can appeal the decision in most cases. If outside the country, you might need a special travel document to return and fight the case. 3. Can you reapply after losing PR? It depends. Some countries allow you to apply for PR again, but you might have to go through the whole process from the beginning. 4. Appeal process for losing PR status. You can challenge the decision if you believe it was unfair. Gather strong proof of why you should keep your PR. Get legal help if needed. Some cases can be won with the right arguments. Losing PR is not the end of the world, but preventing it is always better than fixing it later. So there you have it. That's everything you need to know about renewing and maintaining your permanent residency status. I hope this guide helped clear things up. If you found this helpful, make sure to share this with your friends or family members who might need it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.